Well, no, I've done a little bit of like amateur boxing, and then we moved in the slum clearance in the early days when they moved everybody out to Crawley and all the new towns, and it was nice to see the guys coming out of this school with boots and little bags, and of course I just went in and had a look, and guy there, Jack Ingalls, was the coach at the time, brilliant coach, one of the best in the country at the time, and oh, come in. So then I've gone and I've seen these guys rolling round. And have a go. We'll have a go. No. I'm all right. And then I come back the next week, had a look. We'll have a little go. Anyway, I went on with a guy. Eventually, I got the nerve up to think, all right, go. And a guy named Gordon Hill. He was British champion. He wrestled for England as an amateur and And then I gradually got into amateur wrestling. In my time at the United Wrestling Club, they had more champions than anybody else. Like Peter Amy, British champion, he went to the Rome Olympics, Gordon Hill, Geoffrey Hill, Lenny Allen, and you had all these people. And so I've started like training with the top people.
Very early on sort of thing,
in with that. And it went on from there.
So, I mean, in them days, I suppose that there wasn't so much TV coverage of wrestling.
Well, what it was sort of just coming in at that particular time. As I say, I'd done the amateur and that, and then, as I say, I turned professional. Lenny Hurst, he turned professional before me. As I say, 90% of them that were on there, like Clive Myers, Dave Bond, and all these people, Lee Bronson, all come from the United Club. And we all sort of like followed on into it.
I mean, what was everyone's, when you first started doing it, was most of their aims, was it to become amateur or professional eventually, or were they doing
I think it's just that, you become an amateur, I think, because it's a club or your mates go there or something like that. It's like us saying, well, there's a football match on. So right, we go to a football match, and I have a little kickabout, and you sort of, we have joined a club or something, or you meet at a club, and it sort of goes on with it. So what your interests are really.
I mean, and from early on in your career, you was always interested in training youngsters. Is that right?
Well, not actually like training youngsters, but for me the sport was so great. For the people I met, that I feel that I should pass it, pass the knowledge on, if you like.
And I mean, now you're doing a lot of work with MMA guys even now.
Oh like Lee Johnstone. Brilliant coach.
He's good BJJ's black belt.
That's right. Brilliant coach.
Sports Academy, which is obviously where we met you originally.
That's right. He came to me when I had when I started the gym or the club at Strood Sports Centre, and he came up there. And at certain times, like because it goes up and down, the numbers of people that come to the club, that there'll just be me and him.
What? Just training together,
training. But as I say, brilliant coach, brilliant.
And you're still in touch with Lee now, obviously.
Yes.
A lot of work at Combat Sports.
Yes, brilliant. And I'm proud of the fact that I know him because of what he's achieved.
He's got adrenaline. He's got all, he's done really well for himself. And he's got some great fighters down here.
That's right. You got like Big Lee, the big guy. What a lovely guy, good coach and everything like that. It's coming along, and all nice guys down there. No one takes liberties or anything. And I say to people, oh, come training. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Nothing's going to happen to you. People look after you, they always respect you. And they go, oh, I don't know about that. But once you can get them to come in and like feel it, if you like, then you got another compliment.
I mean, for us, that was the first place we ever filmed and did lots of big interviews, and obviously we was a bit thinking, what's it going to be like? But to be honest, we went there and everyone was so nice.
I always, when I was coaching, obviously I still do. Like, so if a new guy comes in, you know, you say, well, look, you're not going to get hurt. No one's going to hurt.
Yeah.
No one is going to take a liberty with you.
Yeah.
If someone takes a liberty with you,
yeah.
I see it, or Lee Johnstone sees it,
Yeah.
or my John sees it,
Yeah.
we will either pull the guy
Yeah.
and say, hold on a minute, have a roll round with someone else,
Yeah.
but someone a little bit
Yeah.
more superior,
Yeah.
right?
Who can
And
yeah.
and you know, just play with them and sort of like
Yeah.
that. But never ever, because you don't want to lose people that you've got them in your club.
No, definitely not.
Like, do you understand what I mean? You want to build your club up. So you know you get it that you go, well, no, you don't have no one to take liberties.
I think there is a danger now, because I spoke to Lee Johnstone about it as well, where fighters want to fight before they're actually ready to do it.
They always do. They always think they're ready and all that. Now I go down, I have a little roll round like with some of the guys, like they batter me, not batter me, but they run rings round because of youth and speed and all that.
Yeah.
But then once I sort of get down and all that, and then I come out with something like that I was taught, or whatever, and you just roll them over and bend them up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know who that is. I'm sorry.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
No problem at all.
Hello? Hold on a minute, I'll see if I can find her. The last time she was doing her pole lessons, pole dancing lessons. Hold on a moment. Who's I say calling? Oh, it's the National Trust.
Right.
Min, it's the National
Nice
Trust.
and very different.
Yeah, I like it.
It's all
The National Trust. Oh no, the National Trust.
it's all
I phoned up the other day for her, and I went, National Trust. This guy went, yes, it did. He's a National Trust. I said, she's very disappointed with that trust. I said, it's very tight when he's walking. He said, yeah. I'm right in the Indian guy. Right at the one. That's the rest of Susan's sense of humour or not, I don't know. Right, go on, sorry about that.
So I'll continue what I was going to ask off the back of that question. So down CSA, obviously, most of the guys there are training for MMA, cage fighting.
Yeah.
Do you think wrestling, is a big skill to have in cage fighting? Cause
definitely, it's all your martial arts and all that all come from wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wrestling is the oldest sport in the world.
Yeah, it was played in the Greek days.
That's right, but even before then.
Yeah.
The art of wrestling
Yeah.
is to maim or kill a person.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So not a lot of people know that.
No.
You see, now, if you come to the different styles of wrestling, you get what art you do? Freestyle wrestling and Greco-Roman.
Yeah.
Now, Greco-Roman, you mustn't go against the joints,
Right.
and you only wrestle from the top half of the body.
Right. Okay.
Freestyle, you take the whole body, the legs or whatever,
Yeah.
but you do not go against the joints of the bone.
So you wouldn't kick someone's knee.
No,
that
you wouldn't
way.
kick nothing. You would not bend them up or anything like that. If we was in the gym, I could actually show you what you can do or whatever. Then you come, like submission wrestling was like at the beginning.
Yeah.
Where they wrestle for submissions.
Yeah.
Where
So
it's to bend someone up.
Big part of MMA, isn't it? Submission.
Well, yeah, they brought into the martial arts.
Yeah. So what kind of submissions would you be talking about? Arm bars or leg locks?
Arm bars, leg locks, face bars.
Yeah.
There's so many of them.
Yeah.
Neck cranks and all stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when you see some of the martial arts, and then if you know your submission wrestling, what they call catches catch can.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a catches catch can.
Yeah.
But you find judo people do them. You will get jiu-jitsu and all these different people will do these arm locks and leg locks and all that.
Yeah.
But martial arts are defensive sport.
Yeah.
Wrestling is an attacking sport.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people forget.
Because there's a lot now. There's a lot of different styles of wrestling as well now, aren't there?
Oh, in England alone, you've got Westmoreland and Cumberland, where they wear like a jacket and like trousers.
Yeah.
Then we got like freestyle. Greco-Roman is sort of just bubbling, if you like. Then you got Cornish wrestling, they do down in Cornwall.
Right. Okay.
You got Sambo wrestling.
Yeah.
That's a Russian sport.
Yeah.
That's just in this country.
Yeah. So I mean, MMA really. I mean, has it picked up the wrestling industry in this country? Because
oh yeah, I think MMA is going to be like will take over, be big, because the simple reason is with the freestyle wrestling, they're bringing in so many rules and regulations and things like that. I believe, and someone said to me, another wrestler many years ago, Roger Gilbert, he's dead now.
Yeah.
He died of cancer, but anyway, so they're making wrestling for the weaker man.
Right. Okay.
Where judo's the same.
Yeah.
There's certain things in judo now that they used to do in the early days they don't do now.
Yeah.
MMA, they're sort of taking out some little things, neck cranks.
Yeah.
They're taking them out, so they're making it
like harder.
No, weaker.
Weaker for people. Yeah.
Yeah, you see, people go, oh, I don't like that.
Are you like MMA? Obviously, do you think it's taken over? Because I mean, nowadays, if you want to watch an English wrestling show, they're normally at a community centre. There's very not big crowds, you know. It's always like local people that go to them. Do you think when you was wrestling, obviously it was a lot different? You'd get people coming from all over to watch.
Oh, packed houses.
Do you think Vince McMahon branding like WWF as it was in the sort of in the 80s? Do you think when he introduced that to this country, had the likes of Hulk Hogan and stuff like that, and British wrestling, they were still doing like 2 submission stuff like that. Do you think Vince McMahon inevitably brought wrestling to England through Sky, which everyone was getting back then? Do you think that kind of ruined what we had in England? Like,
oh yeah, because like the English wrestling scene, it was like, if you can imagine, like you've got say the boxing, you've got 2 guys get in there and have a go.
Yeah.
And in the early days of our wrestling, you had 2 guys that went in there and had a go.
Yeah.
But once the Americans got into the scene,
yeah.
and if you look and see the advertisement, it's entertainment wrestling.
Yeah.
This is what the Americans do.
Yeah.
Entertainment wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
they don't lie about what they do they?
No. It's entertainment wrestling.
I remember for me as a kid as well, I used to love the British and American wrestling. Obviously, at my age, American Hulk Hogan, when I was a kid, was coming through. You know, he's a massive.
See, I can show you tapes of how the wrestling has changed.
Yeah, that's what my question was going to be. Do you think it's changed a lot? Since
Definitely. I looked at there's a tape down there I was looking at this morning, and how it's changed.
Yeah. Think it's changed for the better or the worse?
Well, from my point of view, I think it's for the worse.
Yeah.
Because people will get fed up with it eventually.
Yeah, I can see that in WWE at the moment. Their audiences are starting to drop a bit.
If you watch like the TWA stuff, they do so much talking.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah, there's a lot of promos, isn't there?
Yeah, they keep talking and talking and talking. I think I timed it one night. A guy was in there talking for 10 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, for me, I can't see how the public want that.
I think you can tell when wrestling's declining, because what they've recently done is, you know, like The Rock, the wrestler, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, they'd all disappeared off the scene. The younger guys are coming through, and a lot of the younger guys, they're not pulling the audience's attention.
Well, see, I was always told that, like, you don't sort of get the feel of the business till you're in your 30s.
Yeah.
And it's very few, like, if you take the film industry, you only find that only the great actors get it when they're young, but the others get it when they're older, because you get your timing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like comedians, you never see Morecambe and Wise when they were younger.
No.
Or Bobby Bourne, you know. It's only as you get older you get your timing. It's like you're driving.
Yeah.
Like I can go and jump in a big lorry now, and it's going up a hill with say 40 tonne on.
Yeah.
You're changing down your gears.
Yeah.
It's your timing, but if you put someone in
Yeah.
that hasn't got the timing, they'll crash the gearbox, stall it, or even roll down the hill backwards.
John, he doesn't normally let me ask questions, but
Go on,
can you take you back to Dale Martin days?
Right.
You'd have Mick McManus fighting.
Yeah.
And then you get the indignant old lady out of her seat like a racing snake and whacking him with the brolly.
Yeah.
Was that real or was that all part of the show?
No, that is dead real. I remember one time Mick was on and he said to me, he said, could you come down to the edge of the ring as I'm getting out because the crowd would get a little bit boisterous? I said, okay. So like you sort of watching it and getting near the end. So to go down to the ring, stand by his corner waiting for him to get out. And as you got out the ring and I'm walking in behind him up the aisle, and all of a sudden I saw this stick thing coming over. This is the gospel truth. And I put my arm up to stop it, and this old girl hit me with this walking stick right across the wrist, and I had a great big lump on my wrist. Yeah, they do. Yeah, that is genuine. They do. It's not.
Very harmless looking old ladies suddenly
yeah,
turn
and
into
old
like...
boys. Yeah. I used to find the best one to get them going was Sid Cooper.
Right.
Now he would be like he would just be like to be two old boy and an old girl sitting in the front row.
Yeah.
And he goes, I saw you going to that woman's house next door, like an old boy of 80, like, and he would wind him up, and all of a sudden he's going out, or he said to the old girl, I saw you talking to that man, what you going to his house for? And but he's brilliant at it, really brilliant. Yeah.